Hi, I'm back with another video about the requisition general meetings at 7 UK investment trusts, which have been called by an American activist hedge fund called Saba Capital Management. So in yesterday's video, I show you the pile of letters I have received as a retail shareholder across all these 7 companies. So if you haven't watched the video yet, please feel free to do so. I share my insights as a retail shareholder, but also as a former proxy solicitation and corporate governance consultant. Today, what I will do is take a look at some more letters. So yesterday, I think we went through 3 or 4 companies. So the first one was Herald Investment Trust. So as we already established there in that video, the AGM, the general meeting took place yesterday. I will be doing a video about the results of that general meeting and sharing again my thoughts on the outcome. And then we have the European Smaller Companies Trust that also posted. So that's the letter from the chairman or the chair. That's more politically correct, I guess. And then we have Bailey Gifford US Growth Trust. And then the last one we looked at was Henderson Opportunities Trust PLC. So I do stress in the video and also in my work as a representative of the engagement appeal, which promotes inclusive investor relations, the importance of companies engaging with their retail shareholders through thick and through thin, i.e. when there is a problem, but most importantly, when there isn't a problem. So let's take a look at another letter here. So yesterday I called these large packs posh because they are sent via first class mail and obviously very fulsome in terms of what's inside. So basically with this one from CQS Natural Resources, you obviously have the letter from the chair, and this is one of those pull-out booklets which then informs the retail investor about the importance of their vote. And then here are instructions on how to vote. My nominee is Interactive Investor, so there's information specific to Interactive Investor. So I own a share, at least one share, in 1,400 UK listed companies, largely through Interactive Investor. So I do know how to vote via II. But for those who don't, it is helpful to get the instructions which these companies are sending. So then, in addition to that little booklet with the chairman's letter and the instructions on how to vote, I received this circular as part of the pack. So in my former life as a shareholder engagement consultant, proxy solicitor, so to speak, I have viewed many circulars related to takeovers, to mergers, and this looks very much like a traditional circular. So dare I say it's, there's black and red, but dare I say that it's quite dry. There's a lot of words, which I'm sure has been thought of quite hard and well by the defense team. So that would be the company, obviously, but also the financial advisors, including the corporate brokers, legal advisors, PR, and then investor relations, company secretariat, proxy solicitation consultant, the registrar. So it is a lot of work, but basically, again, this is quite fulsome. I think it is already available on the company's website. I will be going through this myself. But if you compare this and the circular from the European Smaller Companies Trust, you will see that this is, I guess, more reader friendly, or can also act potentially as a piece of marketing collateral, obviously in a compliant way, and that you see it's more slightly more graphical, but yeah, so basically there's just different styles of communicating with shareholders, especially retail shareholders. But the point I made yesterday stands in that it's all very traditional. So these communications, these circulars and letters, which the companies are sending today, are pretty much the same format that I used to send 15 or 20 years ago when I was working in shareholder engagement and proxy solicitation. So that is CQS Natural Resources Growth. I will be breaking down the situation at each of these companies one by one in my subsequent videos. So this is just to look at the different letters that I have received. So to break open the letters, so to speak. Another one from Henderson. We already opened that yesterday, so we will leave that. And then there are two from Keystone. So what I have done is I have opened up one of the letters. So basically, the mailing came in a smaller envelope, this, and then inside is a single page, double-sided letter. So this is quite efficient. I like how they have this QR code on how to stay in touch. So in yesterday's video, I did talk about how good it would be if companies encourage their shareholders to give their email addresses so they can communicate with them electronically. Okay, so then here, slightly different from the other letters, there is instructions on how to vote via interactive investors, but they don't include the little image that the other companies have included, which shows the interactive investor platform. Okay, so that's Keystone.